Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club, episode 9. First off, I just wanted to state something I missed last episode and rewatching it. Oh my god. Uh, I'm suspicious of Monica now because spoiler alert if you haven't seen last episode, before Sayori hung herself, Monica said, You really left her hanging this morning. So I'm very suspicious of Monica. Definitely with all this. It's emotional. We're gonna get right into it. It seems like this went back to normal, but yeah, let's start. Okay, right off the bat, we're gonna appeal to Natsuki again. Should be easier. Oh wow, this is much easier. Oh shoot. Okay. Um, this is easy. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think 17 out of 20 I appeal to. Hi again, Florpus. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. What the? Thanks for keeping your promise, Florpus. Hope this isn't too overwhelming or of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Big man for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plots back into her seat. I'm sorry, Florpus. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Uh, uh, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'm happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches the bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. I remember this is where Sayori would come in and said she picked it up for me. Sayori. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Not everyone settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Your face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is roaming around in the closet. Ugh. Here, Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. This is different, because last time we sat with Yuri because we appealed to her. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica. Okay. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of textbooks and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You've read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lot of volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the shelves and of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is possibly the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. He points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Florpus. Consider this a lesson that don't judge a... Okay. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Is that the cover? Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking anime feminine posing. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit in silence. When chairs be more comfortable, I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Okay, we've read this before, but I'm gonna keep reading. Sorry? I didn't expect to be sitting so close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the old volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining, not for the lack of plot. Sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. Because it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Do you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Alright, kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. That would beat the shit out of me if you found this. What the hell? At least it's safe here in the club room, except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Uh, dot. So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Saying Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. What the? I can't read any of that. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Ryo reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. Does it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give milk. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, Florfus. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. Jesus. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Oh, Sayori's gone. I'll have to play this in my free time, like after I finish this series, to see if I could have done things different. Let's start with Natsuki, why not? Don't ask me, I was interested in poems yesterday. It's probably unfair if I shared mine with her first. Dot. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? What's this when I could have been doing other things? Fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? His retort gets caught in her throat. Nah, you're so. So, you just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. So, you never actually said that. Say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In case you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Flying monkeys. Okay, so that's the same. Good. Don't have to read it. Yeah. Told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme in the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helps me bring out the feeling in the last minute. So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with the last comment. I really care about how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take it away from her. It's very Monika's. I'm still suspicious of her. Hi, Florpus. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Florifus. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monika, my poem. I like it, Florpus. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. Kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Okay, this is all different. Hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Well, but it wasn't letting me confused. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems of flat sheet of paper? Franklin and calling, playing tricks on me. The room begins closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. Must be a way out. Sat there. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandished my pen. This is new. I don't remember that. So what do you think? It's very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. And this kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poets have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently, influencing my poems a bit. Is that one about Sayori? Oh my god, a lot of stuff feels like it's coming together. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about do stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everything, everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to give something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same point for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Alright. 3. Dot dot dot. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts in the words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Guess that might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. When Jerry finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you should be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Sure, Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Let's share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for herself. It's kind of funny after all. Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I don't like that. You know the hair illuminate beneath the amber glow of bathing. It must be this one. Okay, this is all the same. You can pause and read that. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? Wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually like your handwriting. It's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Florpus. Really? So totally missed the point. Well, suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more soul in putting it that way. This sounds like Sayori, and I feel like it might be about that. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. So everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Yeah, if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. That's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. I just land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expression change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Um, well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Florpus did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Florpus liked the poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? eh? That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Flopus appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Florpus started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you're really acting as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch. Oh. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Music's picking up, holy crap. Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you're over counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. This didn't happen before. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Flowers hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri starts scrolling as if she just knows how to stand there. Florpus. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What do I agree with? I don't know. What the? Oh. Dot 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 dot. Hey Florpus, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. Never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. You're happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Dot dot dot. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Striking back and forth in the desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Florpus, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Okay. Something's gonna happen. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Dot dot dot. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Dot dot dot. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. President, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Florpus. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. I really... Oh... Okay. Well, guess that's where I'm ending this episode. This is weird. Things are different, and I don't like it. It's creepy. I don't know what to make of it, but I just want to say thank you all for watching, and I'll be out with more episodes of this, and as well as a new series coming soon. Bye, guys.